What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck9916, and welcome to episode 2 of the MLB 19th show, Road to the Show. Hope you guys are having a good Thursday afternoon. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in Athens, Ohio, as I record this episode. Blue skies outside, and I think I'm going to try and enjoy it and get outside a little bit after I finish recording this, but it's kind of tough, you know. MLB The Show drops at the same time the weather starts to warm up, so you want to go outside and do things, but you also want to play the show, so I kind of try to dedicate some time to both of those things a little bit. But we are in the second showcase game, trying to improve our draft stock the most we can to get the best draft position that we can. And up comes Nelson Copeland, our character that we've made this year. 143 average, obviously that's just from the first game. I think it went 1 for 7. So we're going to want to have a couple hits here to try to, you know, have a bit of a better game. In our first at bat, bottom of the second inning, in a 1-2 count, we're going to get a slow pitch that I'm going to line to left field. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to go all the way to the wall. I'm going to turn it into a double. So that's just a great piece of hitting right there, being able to wait on that breaking ball or changeup or whatever it was and turn it into a hit, and not only do that but to have opposite field power while I do it is pretty successful. So a few batters later, I'm on third base. The batter grounds into a double play, but the run does score, so we get our first ever career run. Not that it's going to count for anything. I don't think these stats are even saved, obviously, just these are scrimmage games, but we do get a run, which does matter for something. Flash forward to the bottom of the fourth. We are down in the count 1-0. We're going to get a fastball up the middle. I line this one. Unfortunately, it's right to the shortstop. That was a well-hit ball, but unfortunately, the shortstop was able to field it and throw it on to first for the out. Flash forward, bottom of the sixth inning, 1-2 count, and I'm going to be fooled by a nice curveball by the pitcher there. So I get a strikeout. So 1 for 3. 2 of those balls were hit well, though, so I mean, I'd say overall it's been good so far. Bottom of the eighth, 1-0 count, and you see I took a 100-mile-an-hour fastball for a ball in the first pitch. Second pitch, same thing as the first at-bat. Breaking ball, I wait on it, and I line it down the left field line. That opposite field power coming in again, and that is 2 for 4 in this game. This is the exact game that we needed after getting off to a not-so-hard start in the first game. I think now that's 3 for 10 in the showcase, which puts us at a 300 average, which is fantastic. So, obviously, that's what you like to see, especially considering 2 of those hits were doubles, and 2 of our hits have been opposite field power. So that's pretty fantastic right there. We're the tying run here on third base, losing 6-5 in this game against the Eastern Prospects. Unfortunately, the next batter strikes out, and I'm not able to score. So we move on to the top of the ninth. We're down 6-5 here, needing to get some stuff going in the bottom of the ninth, but I'm going to get a fielding opportunity here in the top. 1-2 count with 1 out, and I get a fly ball just to my right, and I'll make a simple catch. I didn't make any errors in any of the showcase. I didn't show every fielding opportunity that I had. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to show every fielding opportunity. I'm not going to even show every at-bat once I get into the games, because, you know, it's not really always necessary. I'll show most of the at-bats, though. So my advisor, my former high school coach, calls and says, "Well, I hope you've done all you can do, son. I'm proud of you." I wanted to respond with the Patrick Star, "Well, I've done all I can do." But not able to say that, unfortunately. I ask how he feels about my chances. He says, "Nelson, I've believed you the first year since I've coached you. You got big league potential." I say, "Thanks for believing in me." And then he says, "Let's just see what happens with the draft. Was there an organization you wanted to play for?" So I kind of went with my gut here and said, yes, there is. And I end up choosing Cincinnati. And I'm not really sure if this makes the game... I don't know if this makes the game pick that team for you, or if it raises the chances that you get drafted by that team. The reason I chose Cincinnati was because I made my player from Ohio, so it kind of fits with the whole hometown type of thing. It's kind of my closest team to where I am and to where my player's from. So we'll see whether Cincinnati will end up picking me or not, or whether that will be all for nothing. Fast forwarding, should I say, to our pick. It ends up being around 16, which I'm kind of disappointed that I got drafted that late, being that I had a pretty good performance overall in the showcase. 3 for 11 with 2 doubles is not bad. I'm really surprised that it went all the way to the 16th round, but I guess that's just what the game has. So unfortunately, it is what it is. You can see the Orioles with the #1 overall pick in this draft, or at least in round 16 they do. But as you can see, it flash forwards to round 8, which is the Cincinnati Reds, which can only mean one thing: Congrats, Nelson Copeland. You've been drafted by the Cincinnati Reds in the MLB Draft. Round 16, pick 8. You see our AAA affiliate going to be the Louisville Bats, and the AA affiliate, the Chattanooga Lookouts. So it looks like we are packing up our bags and moving to Chattanooga, Tennessee. And our former coach says, we got the goal you've been waiting for. You've been drafted in round 16 by the Reds. Here's where I have a chance to show off my different personalities here. And what did I say? I think I say, yeah, thanks for all your help, coach. Couldn't have made it this far without you. Trying for that heart and soul personality, which I already have. No problem. I'm proud of you. Now you enter their minor league system unless you're inclined to play college ball, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to go through the prospect showcase again. So the draft, it doesn't matter what round you get drafted in. As long as you play good in the minors, you can make your way up anyway. There's plenty of late draft picks that become superstars, and plenty of first-round draft picks and #1 overalls that don't become anything. So I guess that is what that is. But we moved to meet our new manager, Stuart Streeter, and a real vote of confidence. It's a real vote of confidence that the organization that sent you here at a year after you were drafted, less than a year after you were drafted, to think you are ready for AA ball. So I say, what do I say? One of my options, let's hope I've worked hard to get here. I know I am, which is cocky, a little bit. I think I go with the only one way to find out. Get out there and see if I have what it takes. I think that's the most honest. I don't think that's exactly a bold lightning rod personality. I think that's just honest. Do you know the journey of 1,000 miles begins? I kind of thought with a stop at a gas station and everybody uses the bathroom. Not the funniest, but it's a crude attempt at a joke, I guess you could say. So I went with that. With a single step in baseball, that means a young prospect like you has the ability to become a seasoned veteran or an all-star even one play at a time. And I just kind of went with the nice way to try to get done with this kind of pointless conversation, because he's just trying to tell me my skills could get me to go far. And then he tries to get into how we use a psychological model consisting of 4 personality types, which is obviously that new thing in MLB 19 the show. And then he explains the captain, lightning rod, all that stuff. I had to ask more about one, which is kind of stupid because the game already taught me about that before, so I'm not really sure why I had to ask about one, but I went with the lightning rod because I was trying to figure it out exactly what it is. It's affected the least by personal relationships, less concerned with progress and more with getting it done in key situations on the field. Less concerned with process, sorry, not progress. So at this point, I just kind of try to end that conversation, and I get some performance gains from talking to my coach. So let's see if those performance gains are going to help us out. In our first ever game here at AA, it's the Montgomery Biscuits coming up from Alabama to take on the Chattanooga Lookouts. There's all the players stretching, getting ready, and we are going to be in the rain for our first ever game. Top of the second, I'm in the right field position, obviously. Going to get a fly ball to my left. I move over about 10-15 steps and make an easy catch. So good start to our fielding career. And then coming into our first ever at bat, I swing and miss at a curveball on the first ever pitch. Second pitch is going to be a fastball, and I line it to left field, and look at that. More opposite field power. It's a base hit, and we are on. So 1 for 1. Great way to start out your career. Whenever I make Road to Show, guys, I always really hope to get a hit in my first ever at bat, because it's just kind of I don't know, it feels good to say like I did it without even having any experience. Here's another look at that pitch. A little bit on the outside, but that pitch was left up pretty well. I think that was a changeup or a fastball. Either way, I smoke it to left field, right past the third baseman, and it's a hit. So, flash forward a little bit to my next at-bat. I'm going to get a dynamic challenge. This is new in the game. It just gives me more attribute points if I am able to meet one of the challenges, and I don't think you lose anything if you don't complete the challenges, which is good, because that would have been tacky. I think this is already a little bit tacky, to be honest, in my opinion. I mean, it's not really something that, I don't know, really adds to the game, in my opinion, but it is what it is. I mean, it's not going to matter too much. I get a hold of a 2-2 pitch and hit it fairly deep. Center fielder's going to go back and make the catch, though, so that fails the challenge, and we are 1 for 2. At least they're in a PlayStation trophy. None shall pass. That was for failing the challenge. So, bottom of the 5th, score 7-4. I'm going to swing and miss at a curveball like I did in the Prospect Showcase game. That pitch is always a tough one to lay off of, especially one's going away from a left-handed pitcher, but coming inside is not easy either. Bottom of the 7th, 3-2 count, and I'm going to chop this one up the middle, but it wasn't hit that hard. Second baseman's able to field it, get it on the first. A bit of a close play, but I am retired, so that's 1 for 4 through 7. We're going to get one more at bat in this game. It's in the bottom of the 8th. Bases loaded. We're up 9-4. I'm down in an 0-2 count. We don't really need these runs to score, and I'm just going to chop this one to the pitcher, to the first baseman who throws it to the pitcher, steps on first. And that, guys, is going to be it. That's our first game. We go 1 for 5. I did get a good single on my first at bat, though, and only 1 strikeout, so I don't think it was too bad. Hope you guys enjoyed, though. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. More videos. I think one more coming up over the weekend, and then some more next week as we continue our road to the show. For now, guys, we'll see you next time. I'm Mr. Affleck 9916. Peace.